Good evening, everyone. South Florida drone meet went on this weekend. We are here. We're going to discuss it. Chris is actually there, so he won't be here. Dominic's going to co-host for us. Let's get it started. And good evening, United States Drone Society. Hey, Dominic, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right.
You didn't make it to the South Florida drone meetup, did you?
No, I would have loved to.
Yeah. All right, so we're having a bit of a special episode tonight. We should have Ray Kelly on here shortly. We're going to talk to him about, the South Florida drone meet, and we have other guests who are going to join the panel who were there and discuss it. So right now I want to, get in there and say hi to everybody in the chat. And the first person was my wife. How you doing? And we had Brett. How you doing, Brett? Had my son Benjamin. How you doing, buddy? And we got Trent Young in the house. How you doing, Trent? And we got Jim Gannett. He's actually in the panel. He's going to join us for chat. And we have Lee, Yellow Rose Drones. How you doing? We got my Aunt Donna. We have my daughter couldn't make it tonight. She had to get ready for work. Boo. That, in the famous words of my aunt, I'll say cucka. We got Chuck in the house. How you doing, Chuck? Glad to have you here. Let me see. We got Christian, Mainlight Drone. How you doing? We got Captain Joe America. How you doing, brother? Glad to have you here. We got Joel, Mr. Skyfly.
Hey, Joel.
We have Waypoint New England. We got Angie in the house. How you doing, Angie?
Hey, Angie.
Let me see. We have Bud. How you doing, Bud? Glad to have you here.
Yep.
We got Eric Lipinski. How you doing?
Eric.
Yeah. And Mill City Sky. How you doing? So I think we got everybody in the chat so far. We also have some people in the back. We have Alex Escardo. He's in the back room. He'll be joining us for the open chat. We got Kevin Tolley. We got David Lorenzo. We got Jeff Norman. So we have a nice crowd in the back. But before we bring anybody out, I say we do Sunday Spectacular.
Yep.
Ready for it? You know, Steve Hyde, you make it really hard to pick anybody else with your photos, man. I don't know if you watch right now, but if you do watch this, just know I don't know how you do it, but it's impressive. Yeah. So we had Alex Mark from Greece join the chat. How you doing, Alex? And we have Drone Life RC. Some of these people, I don't know their names. I'm trying to remember. It's hard. Oh, we got Mike in the house. How you doing, Mike? Yeah. So, you know, I know a lot of people didn't get a chance to go to the South Florida drone meet, and I'm telling you, it's been bothering me. I really wanted to go. You know, seeing all the people there, I just hate that they had some weather going on there that was a little bit of a pain. So let's bring in our special guest, Captain Ray Kelly from the South Florida drone meet.
Hey, Paul.
How you doing?
How you doing, Paul? Hey, Dominic.
Good.
All right.
How's everybody? Thank you for the invite.
So are you still at the hotel?
Yeah, I'm still at the hotel. Yeah, we had another fun day of flying today, but I rested up for a couple of hours. We had a late lunch, early dinner, and everybody's out in the lobby, believe it or not. I mean, this hotel is so accommodating, really. The Hampton Inn and Suites, Stewart North, it's the official hotel for the South Florida Drone Meetup, and they love having us here. They let us fly in the lobby. Not that I was flying in the lobby, but the better drone pilots were flying right in the lobby.
Yeah, it looked like Alexis was trying to cool
hotel.
off. Yeah, it looked like Alexis was trying to cool off, and Barkley actually gave her a hand.
Exactly. I tell you, she had an unfortunate incident. We still don't really know what caused the issue, but she lost, there was a drone down, and luckily it was recovered, but with minor damage. But Barkley came right to the rescue. I'm telling you, he was able to take the drone apart right in the hotel lobby. They let us use the breakfast table, I guess you would say, and within 10 minutes, he had the thing repaired and flying again.
Wow, good. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and Jim Beauchart suffered a small injury while he was there on his thumb.
Yeah, but I didn't see it happen. I heard about it afterwards. But we had first aid, a first responder right there, and that was Tony Faz. He had a big first aid kit, a trauma kit actually, in his vehicle, and he patched him up, and he's okay. Jim is okay. I was so glad to see Jim. He came all the way from Canada.
Yeah, I know. It was awesome to see him there. I was actually watching Uncle Bill was streaming for like a 9-hour stream, the meet, and I was editing all day for the show. So I literally had the stream on all day, and I was interacting in the chat, and I was messaging people and saying, hey, give USDS a shout out in the camera, and they were going and shouting us out. So yeah, it made for a good time. I was able to get involved all the way from Massachusetts.
Well, I got to tell you, Bill did a great job on the live stream. He really did, and I got to really give him a lot of kudos. Everybody loves watching a live stream from the South Florida Drone Meetup. But Paul, I want to say thank you for your sponsorship, your donation of 50 pens, and a lot of the drone pilots received them, and they loved them. And they are beautiful, really.
Yeah.
They are beautiful pens, and it's got a stylus on it right here. And it was great. So thank you very much.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to send them. It definitely was. Someone said Barkley should be Dr. Drone. Hey, Andrew, how you doing?
Yeah, Dr. Drone. That's a good name. Yeah.
Maybe it'll be a new nickname for him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I have to apologize because I can't read the chat. I'm on my iPhone. So.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, everyone's showing you a lot of love. Everyone loves Ray Kelly, so you got nothing to worry about there. I'm gonna share my screen here. We have a video to share of yours, and I believe this is of I actually watched this earlier. This is was it different pictures from the drone meet, right?
Part 1? You got part 1 up?
Yeah, I got Adventure 599, the third annual
part 1. I was up 4 o'clock this morning editing. I did a basic editing, not near as fancy as Alex Escardo, who gave us a wonderful editing presentation at the South Florida Drone Meetup. But you'll see a lot of the familiar faces right in the video. So
yeah, let's do it.
And it's on movie music, Paul.
Yeah, I don't mind the music. I'll let it go, whatever it is.
Which is a great location to fly. When we first got there, Al Socione presented us with the new South Florida drone meetup sign. And most of us posed right in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we got there early, it was still dark. Dropped the line, Bush over there. Bill Romaine set up his live stream. Thank you, Bill. All the members of the drone committee, and Johnny did a great job. Scott France gave me his new donation, a new poster for 2023. And Christopher John was able to make it this year, but take a look at this vehicle. He won Best Decorated Vehicle of the Year.
Honk for drones.
Go ahead and get the picture. Everybody take a selfie, but here's Kelly Shore. And of course, Dennis Lovelady. And he entertained us. And there's Genesee and Chris Ganga. And then it wouldn't be the same without David Lorenzo. And there's Stevie Bronx. He surprised me. Tammy and Jasper were there. And of course, Tony Faz showed up. He even did a little first date. We had a lot of newcomers there, but take a look at this setup. And of course, Ken Dono, our #1 sponsor, was there. Thank you, Ken. Ken is one of the drone superstars, as well as Billy Kyle.
It was good to see all the big names there.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, it was.
Again, the most gorgeous sights that you can ever imagine.
Dennis is incredible. I love Dennis.
Yeah, I invited him to the show. He might be able to make it. I haven't seen him yet, but he might be showing up.
Yeah. Me and Dennis became friends from the drone community, really.
How can you not be friends with the guy? He's so friendly.
Yeah.
And he plays a mean ukulele, too.
Mm.
And he gave away a beautiful, beautiful ukulele as a raffle prize.
Thank you, everybody, for coming, and thank you to all our sponsors. Mark down April 6, 2024 for the 4th annual South Florida Drone.
And here we go. We're going to hear it all year.
Yep. April 6, 2024. Put it in your diary.
Dominic, mark it down. Make plans
Yeah,
now.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'll do my best.
All right. Yeah, we have 11 people signed up already. They're on the list. 11 people.
Yeah, and I've already liked the video, and I always like to remind everybody to, leave a like and a comment. Thanks for the video. Happy to share it.
Thank you. Thank you for showing it, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super important. If you want to support people in this community and you like the content that we put out there, throw up some thumbs up and drop a comment, even if it's just, hey, great video. That's what we're looking for. And it's always appreciated. So we have a few other people here. I see Jerry Franks in the chat.
Yeah.
And we have Ken, place it here. How you doing?
Hey, Ken.
Yeah, we have Andrew in the house. And I think that's everybody. If I've missed anybody, I'm sorry. Just, yell at me in the chat. Oh, we got
yeah, Justin has just turned up. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Justin.
His usual wit.
Yeah. Oh, Jim wants
Paul, your co-host was down here.
Yeah.
And it was great meeting him in person. And I'll tell you, he's a great drone pilot. He brought his dad with him, and it was great to see that. Really. That's what this is all about. Try to get families together, get children involved in flying drones. And we had a lot of newcomers.
Yeah, and I have some good news for you. I have some good news for you. Next year, I'm going. I don't care if the kids have school. I'm taking them out. I'm going. I'm going to be there next year. I feel like I missed out by not going. So
yeah.
I'm not letting that happen next year. I'm going.
I'm sorry. I'm getting a little lag, Paul, so I got to apologize. I didn't
No worries.
understand
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. So what I was saying is,
Yes.
I got good news for you. Next year, I'm going. I'm taking the kids out of school for a week, and
All
we're going.
right. I'd like
Yeah.
to hear that.
So we're going.
All right.
So,
You're going to be number 12.
awesome.
Number
Awesome.
12, Paul.
So with that, I'm gonna bring in the people for the open
Margie.
chat. I know we got to. Oh, how you doing, Margie? Good to have you in the chat. There's a Facebook user here. I don't know who it is, but hello, how you doing?
I'm a Facebook user.
Yep. So let me see here. Let's bring in our panel. We have Jeff Norman. How you doing, Jeff?
Hey, Jeff. I just saw you.
Yeah.
I
We got
know.
David Lorenzo in the house. How you doing, David? First time
David.
on the show.
There's
Glad to
another
have you here.
drone superstar there.
Yeah. We have Alex Escardo. How you doing?
Good.
We're lucky he made it home.
Alex.
We almost had an incident we can talk about in just a few
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. We got our very own Jim Gannett. He didn't make it to the South Florida drone meetup, but he's always welcome on the panel. And he's got, I love it, Lake George, New York.
Be careful here. Be careful here. Don't go there.
And we got
Lake
Kevin
George?
Foley in the house. How you doing, Kevin?
Good.
Kevin,
How you doing?
adjust your camera a little bit.
Just yet from your lower lip on up.
Yeah. So let me see here. Let's start with Alex. Why don't you tell us what happened on your way home?
Oh, well, it was a scary thing. I saw this blue SUV pull up literally behind me and then cut into the right lane. And he was trying to squeeze into between the Lexus and then cut across in front of me. Instead, I guess the Lexus slowed down and they ended up tagging him. And it was like literally 20 feet. I posted it. I caught the video off the dash cam. So I was a little nervous after that because I got shaky because I thought all I kept thinking was, what if that car had flipped into my lane? And it would have been a disastrous ending of a great weekend, which I had.
Yeah, and you posted the clip of that from your dash cam to Facebook. So
Yeah.
you know, if people want to check it out, go check out his Facebook profile. You'll find it there. Yeah. Well, we're glad you didn't get into an accident. You were able to make it. Yeah, you know.
Me too.
And I'd like to give a warm welcome to David Lorenzo and Jeff Norman. They're two people who've never been on this panel before, so I appreciate it that you've come out here. And I'm going to
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I'm going to start with Jeff, and I want you to tell us, Jeff, what was your experience like at the South Florida Drone Meet?
I've traveled to Florida plenty in my life. In fact, I went down a couple of weeks ago for some spring training games. But this was something special. Ray really has a good heart. He doesn't have to do anything for the rest of his life, and he's giving himself to the community. We've flown together in Long Island, and I wanted to support the event, and I wanted to be there. And my fiance Robin, I brought with me, who's a occasional drone flyer, and we had a great time. We woke up at 4 a.m. Her aunt and uncle came as well. He's a drone flyer, and very memorable, wonderful time. Great people. I met so many new people, David, and among others in this group, and it was a terrific time. In fact, I was on the plane on the way home. I made a video as well, which I shared with some of you.
Yeah, and I was also curious, how many people actually did show up?
We had a count that signed in. 122 actually signed in, but there were other people that didn't even bother to sign in. They were there.
Yeah.
So it was a totally successful event, and I got to say thank you for everybody who came, really, and to all our sponsors. Yeah.
And we have, I'm going to give David Lorenzo the floor here to tell us his experiences there. Although I was watching Uncle Bill stream, and I kept seeing you flex in front of that camera. What was going on there?
It's just a running joke. So, I mean, I had to entertain Bill. I mean, TJ, of course, would have called me out, but, you know, it's just a running inside joke. But, yeah, this was my third drone meetup that I've been to. The first one was, I had no idea I was going to a drone meetup. It was Mike Copper State that had invited me. He said, hey, yeah, there's a few guys, you know, I'm going to be flying with them. Why don't you come on? I'm in Florida now and meet me such and such. I showed up, and it turned out to be the first South Florida drone meetup. And, of course, I got to meet Billy Kyle was at the first one. Sean Oz was at the first one. It was very windy that day. But, you know, I mean, even though we had, you know, a smaller turnout, being the first event, it was still a great time. Got to meet, and in fact, that's where I met Ray Kelly. He was very friendly, came right up, started talking to me. Didn't know him from Boo, but that was how I got to meet him. And it's progressed since then. So I mean, this year was pretty good. I mean, it was a windy day, and I was glad that I got to meet Chris, your co-host, NB Drones. And there was other people that I'd been wanting to meet, and I got to meet them as well, like John Flynn and Bob Casey and Chris Waters and Joe Frogaleo. And of course, I got to meet other people like Jeff, who was just on here before me, and we got to chat for a little bit. So I spent more time. Actually, I spent all my time chatting with people on Saturday, and today I only flew my drone once. So that's typical for me at the South Florida Drone meetups. I end up more time just socializing. And that's great too. So I had a good time. It was also great to see Ken Dono and Billy Kyle making a return appearance, and I was kind of hoping that Mark Fisher would have shown up with all his joking around. But he was a mess, and
Mark,
it was a good turnout.
Yeah, and we actually had Dennis Lovelady show up in the back. How you doing, Dennis? Glad to have you here.
Good. Thanks for having me.
David, I think that you make an interesting point, and I will agree with it. I think that as drone pilots, we fly all year round, and when there is a meetup as big as a South Florida Drone Meet, you want to take that time to go see and talk to all the people that you only interact with online throughout the year. So I can understand there being a lack of flying from certain people. I know I would probably want to get the drone up for some pictures with all. We'll talk about that in a minute, actually, the amount of drones in the air. But, I'd send it up for a picture, and then I'd want to be going around talking to all the people. So I agree with you there. And you actually sent me earlier a video, and I wanted to share it in the chat. So, when you get a chance, everybody in the chat, you can check out David's video. He did I'll let you explain what the video is.
Well, for a long time, and I've seen people do this on a yearly basis. Well, they'll take their year's highlights and they'll make a show reel, and I never really was on board with that. But it finally got to the point where I have so many highlights that people that may have recently joined my channel may not have seen. So I finally put together a highlight reel of all the stuff that I thought was outstanding. So if you got time, go check it out. I'm really enthused about the highlights that I did put in there. So of course everybody's proud of their own work, and I gotta say that I'm proud of my work is just the same.
Yeah, well, you said a trigger word. You said highlight reel. So I said the first person to say a trigger reel was going to trigger Ray Kelly's favorite segment. Ray, what are we doing?
Come on now.
What are we doing, Ray?
Best of the rest.
Best of the rest. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Very nice.
Really great stuff in there.
Yeah, really good stuff. Really good stuff. This group never lets down every week. Every week, there's always phenomenal photography up there. You make it so hard to pick from. And, so I appreciate it when everyone shares their, photography. So, yeah, that was beautiful stuff. I'd like to mention, too, both my sons were in there and my wife.
Glad we noticed.
Yeah, my wife got the incredible top-down shot. I was so impressed by the picture. She didn't realize, when she was editing it, she was like, "Wow, did I take this picture?" I said, "Yeah, that's yours. Wasn't mine."
Oh, you know what, Paul? I kind of like the way it's not square. It's not perpendicular. It's off at an angle.
Yeah.
It's easy to get it square. You spend so much time lining it up, squaring it up, making sure it's level. I like the fact that it is absolutely not level at all.
Yeah, she caught the building on the top right of the picture. There's a little building that's kind of
It's in the corner, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
rule of thirds.
What's over there?
Rule of thirds got thrown out the window, and it's okay with that one.
Yeah, it's fine. We did have a bunch of other people join the chat since we last mentioned it, so I'd like to make sure I say hi to everybody. We have Jake's Drone Life in there. How you doing, Jake Fulis? We got Michael Hallsworth. He's in the chat. Oh, I'm in the wrong comment. I'm clicking on the comments in the YouTube chat instead of the StreamYard chat, so they're not coming up. Let me see. We got Brant Ariels, and Brant actually said he was having a rum and coke inside his coffee mug. Thanks for him, Ray. I appreciate that.
Is that legal? Can you do that?
Yeah, sure. Everybody needs a good mug. If it's not coffee, you can put whatever you want now. It works. We have Max here, 420, and I'm sure that Tammy.
Mug or a shirt, as long as you represent.
Yeah, and smash that like button. We got 36 people watching, 17 likes. Let's go hit that like button if you like the content. We have Chad Schulze in the house. How you doing, Chad? I believe I already said hi, but we got Captain Joe America, just in case we didn't. We got Thunderbird 6. So I really appreciate everybody joining and taking part in the chat. It's nice, and if I miss saying hello to you, it's not on purpose. It's just the chat's moving so fast that I can't pay attention to it. So to go back to where we're going with the South Florida drone meet, we're going to go to Alex and let Alex tell us, what he thought of the drone meet and, share his insight on it.
Yeah, well, I've never been before, and all I kept hearing all year long is, "Oh, you got to go to the meetup. You got to go to the meetup." And of course, I met Ray, and no one says no to Ray. So, in fact, throughout the meetup, I was telling people, I'm like, he ought to change his name to Mayor Ray instead of Captain Ray. But I thought it would make more sense. But I had a great time, met a lot of people, and there's a lot of people I didn't meet on account of I didn't know who they were. I don't know if they were friends with other people. But anyway, but I'm kind of shy that way. A lot of people approached me, and I approached the people and said hello. It was fun. That today was really the day to fly because the weather was perfect, and yesterday was a bit windy, and I'll echo what David said. It was a day to socialize. It was a good time, and let's see, what was that date again, Ray? April
6th.
April 6th,
okay.
2024.
All right. Yeah.
My wife said we're good for that day.
Oh, yeah. Wait, show that one more time. That's the best looking pen I've ever seen in my entire life.
Nice
Big
pen.
time. April 6th. Don't put me down. I'll wait till someone else takes 13. I'll take 14.
Yeah, and I think that everyone has the same sentiment here as Jerry Franks. Oh, look at that. David's got one, too. Jerry Frank said he's got to run. Great show. See you on the next one. But he said thanks. Oh, it was Gary who said thanks to Ray and his crew for the weekend. You guys did a phenomenal job.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I tell you, half of it is meeting the guys. You meet them, you talk to them. Like Jeff had said before, I've flown with Jeff up in New York, and for him to come down to Florida to fly with us all, it was just great. We got to meet Jeff's fiance, and I tell you, even brought 2 other family members, and that's what it's all about. Getting everybody together, all about drones, and flying drones.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the excuse we have for getting everyone together, but it's really about making good relationships with each other. so we know each other better.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about coffee mugs, Jeff Norman, by the way. Jeff Norman sent me a picture. Here he is with his coffee mug.
Nice.
What are you going to do with the sticker?
Nice.
The sticker, I can't show you because I'm on my MacBook Pro, but I channel my inner teenage young lady, and I have stickers on the back of it always of the things that touch my heart. Captain Ray's sticker. I have your sticker now that you sent me with the mug. So it's got other things, music and photography and drones and my travels.
Yeah. And,
It's all good.
Yeah, it's good. And
You know, the other thing, I gotta reemphasize about Alex. Alex, he was nervous when he did his editing presentation. He was nervous, but he pulled it off like a professional. At least I thought so. I mean, his presentation came across so effectively. I was watching the audience, and I was filming parts of it. And so many people were fixated on Alex, listening, trying to learn. And he explained it in such an easy way that you could understand. So, again, Alex, thank you very much. You did a great job.
Yeah, I didn't know you were nervous.
Thank
You did wonderfully.
Oh, I told Ray, I said, after it ended, I was like, what did I say? Because I literally zoned out. I was just focused on my notes.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, by the way, Jeff, there's someone Andrew's looking for your channel. So if you want to throw your link into the chat, you can.
I'm in the StreamYard chat.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. It's Jeff Norman. That's easy, very easy. But I haven't come up with a good moniker yet. I'm actually thinking of things today with Robin.
Yeah.
I've tried occasionally, like Flying Felons, but I don't know if that's going to hold.
I don't think so.
You can't be flying felons if you're not from Australia.
Yeah. Well, I got Ray to keep me straight, so I'm not really going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, and I had mentioned about Dennis playing for us, and I played some of his songs. You know, if people listen to the lyrics of that one song, it's incredible because it's about flying drones. And Dennis, he's amazing. And I say that because I've been following Dennis for years now. He does a Sunday. He probably doesn't want to blow his own horn. So he is incredible. He's a great drone pilot. He's a great friend of mine. And if you get a chance, everybody, watch Dennis on Saturday and Sunday morning at sunrise, really.
Thanks,
He was out there this morning playing and singing.
Well, you know,
I'm a musician. I love it.
Dennis, if you feel like playing the song, you can. Yeah, I'm not saying, you know, you have to. Just put it out there if you want to. We'll make time for it. So just let me know.
Well, if you want,
go ahead.
I got a ukulele in here, so
yeah,
I could.
Get it, Dennis.
If you want to, you can get set up to do so. It's up to you. I'm going to bring in Kevin here, and I'm going to let Kevin tell us about his experience there. And then we'll go to you next. And where are you, Kevin? Yeah. Hey, you know, you remind me of the diabetes guy. I can't think of. I'm not saying you have diabetes. I'm saying the
Wilfred
Brimley.
Wilfred Brimley. You remind me of Wilfred Brimley.
You wouldn't believe how many times I have heard that. But back to the experience of the South Florida drone meet, it's fantastic. You got a bunch of like-minded people, but the people that are there are just so cool. It's a fantastic thing that Ray has done, and you know his helpers. But that Ray Kelly, you know, he's always giving everybody kudos. But let me tell you who needs kudos. It's Ray. The guy has got like endless energy. I don't know how he does what he does. He's up early in the morning. He's out late at night. And the man is special. And he has put together an absolutely awesome thing in the South Florida drone event. It's just amazing. And then you get the big names that are showing up. And what they get to see is a bunch of cool people flying drones and having fun. Ray, kudos, buddy.
Oh, man. Kevin, thank you. Thank you so much. You know, but it was so nice seeing you again. You and your wife, Susan, and the two dogs, you know. you brought two friends along too, you know, and it was so nice, really. You know, I got shots of you. You're going to be in part 2 of my video, and it was nice seeing you again.
Yeah, and
It's
Kevin,
a blast, and I highly recommend. Listen, if you're watching and you have not been to the South Florida drone event, make your plans. Chris showed up. Man, I pulled him right up underneath my table and helped get the man set up. Great guy. You got to come next time. And I'm telling y'all, if you haven't come. It is fun.
Yeah, I was depressed all weekend. I felt like I was really missing out. I was genuinely missing out on something. So I'm not going to miss it next year. I'm going. And I wanted to mention, I saw some beautiful sunset pictures out there that you shared to your Facebook in the group. You know, people should check those out. They were really nice.
Yeah, I was out in the parking lot and I had my dogs. I was going to go eat with the group at Duffy's, but I had my dogs, so we couldn't go. And as everybody's pulling off, my goodness, the sun set and lit up, and I got some good ones.
Yeah, and this photo right here was one that was just sent to me by Gary at Brand Aerials. Got his mug at the South Florida Drone Meet. I appreciate sending me that photo. Wanted to share that with everybody. All right, so Dennis, are we ready?
Okay, I do the song that Ray. I think now there are two. I did 2 drone-related songs at the meetup. One of them was Ray. You can tell me. One of them was based on the Road Again by Willie Nelson, and the other one was based on Strawberry Fields Forever by George Harrison. So, which one of those was it, Ray?
On the Road Again.
On the Road Again. The flying drones again. Yeah.
Yeah. Flying drones again. Mel had this great idea that makes me grin. Take this song and change the words a bit and then got a song about flying drones again. Flying drones again. Have to remember to fly against the wind, or it will go too far, clear out of sight, and I won't get to fly my drone again. Flying drones again, the most gorgeous sight that you could ever imagine. The weather friends, see if we can go out and build your passion. Attraction. That's a good one. When we are out flying our drones again, Amazon and USDS can take a swim. We just want to fly our drones again. Flying drones again, the most gorgeous sight that you could ever imagine. Check the weather trends, see if we can go out and indulge your passion. Attraction, flying drones again, up in the air where life is calm again. Don't want to come back down until fun's done. I just want to fly our drone again. We just want to fly our drone again.
That was great, Dennis. That was great.
We need to give accolades to Captain for organizing some good giveaways. There was quite a few nice drones that were given away. In fact, Alex has one sitting right next to him. I could see it. Yeah, right there.
You mean this one?
Right there.
Yeah, right there. He won himself a Nano Plus. And,
where's the unboxing?
No, I just want to
Congratulations,
stare. I
Alex.
want to stare at it for a few days.
Yeah, I would too. I'm a little bit jealous about that, but hey, congratulations. That's good. You got it.
But
Thank you.
you know, when you talk to Chris next, you might want to rub him for luck, man. I think he went up there 4 times his number was called. He didn't win a drone, but boy, he won. He's probably coming back with a suitcase full of stuff.
He won some good stuff.
Oh, and the other thing, I won the poster from Scott. Jackrabbit
Yeah.
FPV.
Oh yeah.
I got that one. Someone got the completely
poster.
signed one, but
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. I really am. It's a
That
nice
was a
memory.
great prize. That was a great raffle prize, Scott's poster. You know, and he made the prints for everybody too. Well, he had a lot of copies there. Put it that way. I know I got my updated copy, and that it's amazing. I was showing it to people out in the parking lot about 20 minutes ago.
Somebody won one of these. Now it wasn't me. I bought this, but Bob Casey makes these beautiful, beautiful flags. And I had to have one, so I bought one from him. But yeah, there was
I think
one
it
of
was
these
Tony.
right there.
Tony Faz.
Yep.
Amazing.
There's the other one.
Beautiful.
I ended
Beautiful.
up buying this one. I thought, you know, they're just so remarkable and unique that
I like
just
the
had to
dark
have them
green.
myself.
Yep.
They
One
are.
of a kind.
Thank you to Bob Casey, really. You know, we did that tribute to Rick Halber, and you know, it was sort of in his honor. And, you know, Bob, you know, just stepped up on his own. He said, Ray, I want to do this, you know. And that's what's great about this South Florida drone meetup. I don't even have to go around asking for sponsorships. People just step up on their own and they say, how can I get involved, really? So I got to say thank you again to everybody who donated something.
I'm sorry, I was muted. I was muted that whole time. I was gonna say, David Lorenzo, he's 2 for 2. He's done 2 trigger words now. He said, "real unique." So with that said, hashtag USDS in the chat. Let's do the giveaway. I'll be giving away a unique USDS coffee mug.
Everybody get your
I didn't
hashtags in
plan it
there.
with David. He just said trigger words twice tonight.
Well, they
Now
can't
that's
be
a
right.
great coffee mug too, Paul.
It's a
Really,
zero
I'm
entry.
gonna say
That can't
thank
be
you.
Yeah,
for
those are
really.
quality mugs. I have one.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention that the lady Vicky who does the mugs, she sent along some. If you can see it in my picture here, she sent along some USDS coasters with the mugs. So you know, each of the mugs that goes out will go out with a coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we have what 1, 2.
USBC.
I think we have 3 or 4 people in the chat who actually already have a mug.
Yeah, I didn't. I have one, so I'm not competing.
Oh, well, I want another one so I can do a video.
Oh no, that's not a bad idea, actually. All right, talk me right into it.
Yep.
And those are nice tall mugs, but I could put a full 10-ounce cup of coffee in one of those puppies.
Yeah, it's a 15-ounce mug. Yeah, I think we have 12 entries so far. I wasn't sure if we glitched it out because Gary actually joined us in the back. But I can't put 10 people on.
You know, if I put my name in, Paul, they're gonna say it's rigged.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rigged no matter what. Don't you know that?
Well,
Hashtag rigged.
Hi, John Flynn. How you doing?
Hashtag rigged.
during the giveaway, I kept hearing rigged. You know, after somebody went for a prize, I look over and it's Barkley yelling rigged.
All right, so Chad said if he wins, he's going to donate his to someone. So that's nice of you, Chad. Very nice of you.
Yep.
So I'm going to let this go for 1 more minute, and then I'm going to roll it. We have 15 entries. You know, it's U.S. only. Sorry, Dominic. Maybe one day we'll have to get a mug out there to Australia, though.
No. Give it to him at the next drone meetup.
There you
Yeah, that's a
go.
good idea. He's like, well, what made you come all the way from Australia to the drone meetup? He's like, this mug right here.
This mug, yeah.
Dom, bring an empty suitcase. You're going to take a lot of stuff back.
All right, so we're going to roll it now.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everyone.
Who wins? Who wins?
Rig.
Oh,
Rig.
Big.
Congratulations.
Does that mean you're not going to the meetup next year?
I'll donate it or roll it again.
Well, you decide. What do you want to do? You want to donate it or roll it again?
Roll it again.
All right.
It's
Good luck,
easier to do.
everybody.
Oh my God!
Good luck,
choked. That was
everyone.
so funny.
Hey,
Hey.
that's awesome.
Way to go. Congrats.
cool.
So where is Mill City?
Will.
He
There you
that's
go.
Will Miranda, and he
Will
actually
Miranda.
lives just north of me. He's not far. He's up by Boston, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Lowell. He's up in Lowell, I think.
Yeah.
Ah,
Awesome. Will won.
nice.
It's exciting.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Rigged.
Yeah. Great. All right, now let's bring everybody in. We it looks like we had lost Jim, and Gary showed up.
I'm
How you
back.
doing, Gary?
Hey, Gary's early.
Hi, Gary.
Oh,
Hi, Gary.
Gary should be turning up with about
Hey,
2 minutes
Gary.
to go.
How you doing? Number 13. But Gary is number 6 on the 2024 list.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gary's
Early
early.
adopter.
Hey, what
So are you not up to number 13 or 14 now, Ray?
would be? I just
Your
got
audio is
started.
breaking up.
Yeah. He's
Hey, Ray.
enjoying
My
it.
audio. That's because I'm sitting outside by the fountain, outside the drone meetup headquarters here.
All right,
But,
so,
I'll
listen,
tell you, it's been a fabulous weekend. To Ray and his crew, everybody's doing a job down here. Unbelievable. If you get a chance to come, there's no way I'm missing it. I'm registered number 6 for next year, and yeah, get there. Gary,
Yeah, that's awesome. And Will said he wants to donate his mug. So, Will, let me know who you want to donate it to, and they can send me their address, and I'll send them out the mug. I appreciate that.
I don't think
Hey,
people
Ray, I'll
realize
commit
that
next year.
That's what I gotta start
The-
doing.
the mug has cost and the mailing has cost and the time has cost. So, Paul, good job on all
Yes.
that. It's certainly not insignificant, but you're doing a lot for your brand and the community. So, I'm not just doing this.
It's not. Listen, I just organize everything in the group and the show and all that, but it's the community that really makes the show and makes the group, because they're the ones providing all the content. So this is like my way of saying thank you, and I enjoy it when I see people with this mug, or when I go to Rhode Island and I live in Massachusetts and people like, I've already seen that card that I'm trying to give them. When things like that happen, I feel like it's nice that people in the community are recognizing all the people and they know what to expect. So
Yeah.
I have fun doing it. That's basically what I'm saying.
This is the first time I've been in a chat this big, and I feel like saying, I'll take Alex for the win. It looks like Hollywood Squares to me.
David Lorenzo is the secret square.
Yeah.
Bing, 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 bing.
Or he's Greg
Or maybe
Brady.
it's the Brady
Anyone
Bunch.
young has no
He's-
idea what we're talking about. Brady Bunch
He's our
too.
Paul Lind of the day.
Yep.
Here's Alice.
Yep. So we
Hi,
have
John.
about 10 minutes left, and usually in the last 10 minutes I like to take a moment to give everyone a chance to promote what they want to promote. I know we're on the South Florida drone meetup, so I know when we get to Ray, he's already going to be talking about next year, which is good. Get on that list. But I think tonight we will start with my buddy Jim.
I don't have anything to push or promote or anything. I talked about my code. I talked about the Lovelady EV3A. Life's good. After 34 years in one job, I'm unemployed, and I've already got offers on the table for more than I'm making and more interviews on the way. And on a positivity track, and I'm just trying to spread positivity to everybody because it's working for me, and I'm going to be I'm going to be employed by Monday. Next
All
Monday.
right.
Yep,
With
and
more
I
offers
want
ready.
to say that I'm very proud of you, Jim, because the other job was totally stressing you out. I know this because we talk personally on almost a daily basis, and
Oh,
that
my
job was really stressing them out, and they weren't showing you what you were worth. So, you know, you didn't settle for less. You stood your ground, and I'm proud of you. And
Thank you.
I knew that things were going to look up, and they did very quickly for you. So, that's great. And I just hope that as you move forward in this company, they respect you, unlike the other company.
I've got an interview in 2 days that's making more than $10 an hour than what I was.
Wow.
So
That's great.
if that doesn't fall through, I'm still gonna. I already got an acceptance offer from one, and I got another one coming in tomorrow. Things are looking up, and I'm happy.
Great.
I'm happy, and now I'm gonna fly.
Yeah. Yeah, and weather's getting warmer, so we'll be out there. That's for sure. So
I
Jim,
got 1 week.
Yeah,
I got 1 week left.
Yeah. So thank you for joining the panel tonight. I really appreciate you being here. And
My
let the
pleasure,
wife
Howard.
know we all said hi, and have yourself a good night, brother.
She's asleep. All right. Have a great time, guys. Fly
Nice
safe.
to meet you, Jim.
Till later. Thanks. Hey, Dennis. Thanks for the tune, man. I appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was great.
thanks. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, we
All
tried
right,
to
bye.
get him to do Freebird, but I didn't recall hearing that one.
Yeah. And
No,
I know that David.
I couldn't see the screen. I had to play what I knew, so we were pretty limited.
Yeah, that was great. I appreciate you. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I'm glad you decided to do that. That was fantastic. And I know that David was a bit on a time constraint tonight, so I'm going to bring you up and let you promote what you want to promote.
Okay, well, I really didn't give it too much thought, but I guess if I was going to promote anything, I'd promote my own channel, which I could put that in the chat. I did put out, the show reel or the highlight reel. So if everybody go check that out, that would be great. Otherwise, I can't think of anything else other than to, give accolades to Ray Kelly for pulling off with him and his crew, another fine South Florida drone meetup, which was a great opportunity for everybody to socialize and get to know people that they didn't, know before. You hear the names, you see the names in the chat channels and stuff like that, and you really don't put a face to that name. So it was a great social event. At least it was from my perspective.
Yep. And I'd also like to mention that David's posted his link in the chat. But you see that icon, the Deadpool icon on his hat. If you watch his videos and you can find the Deadpool icon in the video, leave a comment that you saw it, because I know it's in there.
Yeah, it's not in every video, but it's in the latest one. Let's just say that.
Cool logo. Very cool logo.
Cool logo. All right, David, thank you for being here. I appreciate you making time to come talk to us about the Florida drone meet. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Oops, sorry. Let me go with Alex.
All right. Hey, I had a good time. Anybody that's never been to these meetups, like at this caliber, I mean, Ray puts on an unbelievable job. He really does. And you're missing out. It's incredible. You're rubbing elbows and flying with people whom are usually in the chats, and their face may not be on the screen. And it's incredible just to meet all these people. And what you see is what you get. People like Dennis, Ray, Kevin, and I can go on and on. What you see is what you get. Genuinely nice people. Super cool, as what Kevin said. Be there. Try to be there. It's fun. Don't plan on a day. Plan on 3 days. That's what I'm going to do. That was my mistake. I planned yesterday and today to be there and the night before for the meet and greet. It's really a 4-day weekend. Really is what it is. But it's a blast.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you made time to come on here and discuss it with us. And again, I'm glad you made it home safe. That did look a little scary, and your good reaction time, I think, helped a lot, because had something happened, I think you were ready for it. So, and that's important. Always be alert, even when you're flying. Be alert, just like that, because you never know what's going to happen.
And anybody that's still there, get home safe.
Yeah, get home safe. Very important. Thank you so much for being here tonight, Alex. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Have a good night, brother.
All right, man.
See you, brother.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go with Jeff Norman.
Well, I didn't know that things to promote, but I got two things for you. Number one is my channel is on YouTube, just Jeff Norman. And the other thing is I just happen to be wearing this shirt. About 13, this will be the 13th year I've run something known as the Long Island Ice Cream Tour. And it just happens to come in with a very appropriate acronym, LICT. And it is basically a bar crawl, but you can't get arrested because we go to only privately owned, locally owned homemade ice cream shops all over Long Island that make the ice cream on their premises. So it doesn't get a chance to melt and then refreeze and get crystallized. And they're all places that employ local kids. So we help local businesses, and it's basically a day of going to homemade ice cream places. And we have 2 tours in the summer. One will be in June, one will be in July. If you look for Long Island Ice Cream Tour on Facebook, that's the fastest place to get notified when we have the dates published. But it's coming up, probably one in June and one in July. We do sell out. We've sold out the last 3 years. So when you see it, if you want to come to that, and it's also very drone friendly since this is a drone thing. Last year we had probably 10 people flying at all the various stops. So sign up for Long Island Ice Cream Tour, and thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'll do one even better, Jeff. After the show, send me a link to the information to that, and I will attach that information in the description of the video when I go and place my timestamps. Because if you don't already know, after the show every week, I go in and I add timestamps so you can find all the segments of the show easily. And I will add a link to that information. Send it to me on Messenger after the show.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, I appreciate having you here, Jeff. Have yourself a good night, brother.
See you, Jeff.
Nice to meet you, Jeff.
See you, Paul. Have a good night.
Yeah. And we're going to go with Kevin Tolley.
Yeah.
Well, if I got to promote something, it's just going to be drones. If you're watching, you're interested in drones, fly. It doesn't matter where you're at. You're going to have a drone community close to you. Hook up with them. I've hooked up with at least 10 different drone communities from Pensacola, Florida, all through Alabama, and every one that I go to, they all good people. Get yourself a drone and fly it, my friends. And Dennis, I enjoyed listening to you play your little mandolin and sing, my friend. Thank you.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really appreciate having you here, and I wanted to tell you personally, I was talking actually with NB Drones last week, and I was like, I don't know if you've been noticing, but your pictures and your photography over the last year has improved dramatically from where you were last year to this year. I'm really impressed with your, advancement in your quality of your photography. And I just wanted to tell you.
I'm just stubborn and bullheaded. When I get a hold of something, I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to do it until I can do it.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a great job, Kevin. I appreciate it.
Last year, I got to watching Matty fly FPV, and I come home and started it, and I wrecked every day for 3 months. Now I got to where I can fly them, and I love it. And same with the camera. I enjoy it. I'm going to learn how to do it and do it right.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate having you here tonight, Kevin. I'm glad you enjoyed the meet, and looking forward to seeing all this content we're going to be having. You have yourself a good night.
See y'all.
Have a good night, Kevin.
Yeah. We're going to go with Dennis.
Hey. Okay. Well, I want to promote Ray Kelly first off, because he doesn't toot his own horn enough. And a lot of people that we have never seen before, we see for the first time ever at these drone meetups that Ray puts together, because he has this huge community of people, and the people talk to people who talk to people, and this community grows to a large extent because of Ray Kelly. I just like that can't be stressed enough. Also, as usual, I ask that people pray for those who are not well. Susan Lee remains on that list near the top, and she has rheumatoid arthritis and Lyme disease. Terrible combination, and she's stuck either in bed or in a chair 24 hours a day, and it's hard for her. and I know other people have hard lives. So just pray for those people to be well. And the third thing is, if you have a chance, I know I'm retired, I have all the time in the world, but I remember when I didn't. So I know this can be difficult, but if you're driving to somewhere, you're driving to this drone meetup, you're driving to somewhere else, see if you can meet up with somebody along the way. Just keep those friendships going. Then that's all I have. I love you all.
Yeah. I really appreciate having you on the show tonight, and spectacular that you sang that song for us. It was really
Oh,
good.
thanks.
Yeah, I'm sure it was even better at the Florida drone meet, and I can't imagine you must have been nervous up there in front of all them people singing like that.
They're friends. It's hard. It's not that hard when you're in front of friends. I feel like I'm in front of friends.
You definitely are. This is the one thing I love about the drone community is how well people get along and look out for each other.
Yeah.
So.
But I won't say that it was nerve free. Not by any means.
I can imagine. I'd be shaking. I'd have to sit down. That's for sure. So I appreciate having you on the show tonight, Dennis. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Have yourself a good night, brother.
Okay. Good night.
Good night, Dennis.
And the man of the hour, the headline of the show, Captain Ray Kelly.
I'll tell you, Paul, thank you. But it ain't me. We got a 5-member drone committee. We all work together. We listen to each other. We take suggestions from the drone community on how we can make it better. And, I just got to say thank you again to all the people who come, really, and the sponsors. It wouldn't be successful without them, really. And I'm glad to hear you're coming next year, Paul, really. Dennis Lovelady is a big, big hit. People enjoy listening to him. And Alex Escardo, he really put on a great editing presentation. And it's a pretty good format, I think. Breaks up the drone flying, gives us a chance to sit down and listen. And it's a fun day. So, again, if anybody's thinking about coming, mark it down, April 6, 2024, because hopefully you'll meet some new drone friends. And I got lifetime friends now. There's no doubt about it. And, Paul, you are now one of them. And Dominic, you're one of them now. And you're all the way in Australia. So I got to say thank you to everybody who became my drone friends. So thank you for having me on, Paul.
Yeah, appreciate having you here. Like you said, making connections. United States Drone Society, connecting across America and beyond. I'm going to have to add that in there because it's not just here in America. We have members from all over the world, and people always posting such great content. And Ray, I know all year you're going to be promoting the South Florida Drone Meetup for next year, and I'm going to do everything I can to help promote that with you. Maybe I'll add information for it in the description of each of my videos, and we'll get a bigger crowd there next year than this year. But I meant to ask you during the show before I forget. There were how many drones in the air at one time?
Yeah, well, actually today, we had a second day of flying this morning. We went to the beach, and we had 1 up, we had 5 up, we had 10 up, then we had 15 up. And we ended up breaking the record, which was 10 last year. And we ended up with a total of 18 drones up in the air at one time. So we got a new record.
Yep, that's a fantastic increase there. That must have been really nice to see. And I believe there's a video of it.
It was fun doing it. It really was. It was fun. Nerve-wracking, but it was fun.
Yep. All right, Captain Ray. Well, I appreciate having you on the show as always. You're always welcome here. And you have yourself a good night. We appreciate everything you did for everybody, you and your crew.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, Ray. Oh, great show tonight, Dominic.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you so much for filling in for Chris.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I'm going to give you the floor. You have anything you want to promote or say, do it now.
Promoting mental health is one thing. I'll be doing one more the Tammy Jean streams this Friday. And I've got working on a few projects, maybe a line of T-shirts and merchandising. Just need to work out the best way to do that. So keep an eye out.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I'm going to take the floor. We talk about it all the time. Mental health. If you're struggling with mental health issues, you're feeling suicidal, or you just need help, reach out. Dial 988. You can find somebody to help you out. You don't have to be alone. I'm still working on my mental health awareness video. I was hoping to have it done this week. I wasn't able to make that time frame, but I want to make sure that I get it right. And just reach out. Don't do it alone. There's always somebody. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to there's so many people in this community. You don't have to do it alone. And with that, I'm going to roll Sunday Spectacular again in the credits. I appreciate everybody being here tonight. Don't forget, get connected. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment. That's how we support each other. Appreciate having you all here. What the hell was I thinking missing the meat? What is wrong with me? I'm going to have to get
Yeah, I
myself
know.
right by next year.